All right, boys, here we go. Officially, episode 19. You are tapped in within range with your boys, Dom Juan and Jared Suter. The ear god is not with us as of right now, but peace to the ear god. He's out there grinding.
Get that paper.
Yeah, he's out there getting it. So guys, happy Friday. We got a couple firsts on Within Range. You know, we like shouting out first-time things. So the first time we've ever had a bilingual artist on our platform. Mm-hmm. Shout out to that.
Fact.
Another first is that this is this man's first time ever on a pod.
Hell yeah, that shit crazy.
Can we get a round of applause for that, dude?
Yep, absolutely.
We appreciate that, dude.
So yeah, bro. So a couple firsts. You know, this man is super talented. Anybody that can make music in two different languages, I mean,
The talent, dude. The talent that takes. I mean,
shit.
I know one language. I know one language. That's it.
Feel too good, man.
Hey, no, but that's a fact. I don't think enough people appreciate that. Like to be able to speak two languages, no matter what they are, is so impressive. Then to be able to create in that, because there's nuance, right? There's being, you know, functional, conversational, fluent, and then there's like native. And I think at each level, you get more of the nuance, right? Like,
100%.
and so for you to be able to make art in both, you obviously have to have a certain level of mastery, and it's incredibly impressive.
Fuck yeah, thank y'all, bro. Like, for real, you know, that shit, I don't know, Spanish was my first language when I grew up. Como les digo, you know, my parents, you know, they're full Mexicans, and myself, también yo, I'm a full Mexican. I wasn't born in the U.S., I was born in Jalisco. And, you know, because of that, you know, Spanish has always been my first language. You know, when I came to the States and shit, I came at a young age. I came when I was 6, and I lasted here for about 4 years until, like, 2010. Okay. And I was, like, around 10 years old that time, and then, I don't know if you guys remember, I basically lived in AZ my whole life, and in Mexico for a short period of my life as well, you know, but mostly Arizona. Anywho, back to the story. In 2010, when I was 10 years old here in the States, there was this law that came into effect, which was the Senate Bill 1070. And back then, Joe Arpaio, you know, the sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
That
Sheriff Joe.
Well, 10 City.
Yeah, that fool had a little... You remember that?
Oh,
shit,
we
right?
know him. Anyone in Arizona knows.
Yeah, bro. So he had that little 10 City and shit. Like, that whole situation scared my pops and shit. And he ended up sending me and my mom's back to Mexico and shit. So
wow.
We were there for like... So when I went back to Mexico, I was like 10, right? Okay. Which was 2010 and shit, because that whole law effect bullshit. And I lasted there for a year, and then that's where I learned how to, like, I kind of got mastery over the Spanish, I guess. Which was, you know, like, reading it, writing it. You know, because it's one thing to speak it, but, you know, reading it and writing it is a whole different thing, bro. Like,
and communicating with it. You're around it all the time.
Exactly,
so.
You know, so, like, it's crazy. It's kind of like English. As you go to school and shit, you know, you learn how to spell, you learn how to read and shit.
Yeah.
Shit like that, you know, but when I was out there, like, school was way different, you know, like, I feel like school here in the United States is way easier than school in Mexico. Because, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was out there in Mexico, like, on the things I would get, like, an A here or, like, a B and shit, out there I'd probably get, like, a C or a D and shit.
Wow, okay.
Like, it's just, like...
I like that.
Education system's different.
Yeah,
Step it up.
It's crazy, bro. Like, they kind of, like, give you, like, it's like, all right, like, you really need to fucking hustle, you know, if you want to be something. Because out there, education is literally a privilege, bro. Like,
that's like that dog mentality. It's like, it's like, hey, listen, if you want to get
world out there, bro, like,
you want to get out there, get it.
Like,
yeah,
out there,
that's cool.
Like, if you don't got money, bro, like, say goodbye to school. Like, my parents, bro, no one in my family history of my generation's ever graduated school.
Wow.
I'm the first, you know, person in my family to graduate high school.
Hey, we're gonna get another clap for that.
Yes,
another
huge
clap
applause for that. There'll be a break for that. Yes,
like,
that's huge.
That
awesome,
crazy,
congrats.
Because my parents, they dropped out. My pops dropped out in 3rd grade.
Wow.
3rd grade, you know, and then my mom's dropped out and she was like in 7th grade. You know, so that shit's crazy, bro. Like, that's why, like, anywho, when I was in Mexico for a year, I learned all the, you know, the school shit, you know, learning writing and all that shit. And after that, my pops, I guess, kind of got desperate. He started to miss his family and shit. So he ended up going back for us and shit, but it wasn't as easy as he thought it would be because, you know, with the whole law going on back then, shit was pretty fucking hot at the border. Man, he was just like, fuck, we're gonna risk it. And, you know, my siblings, I have 3 little siblings and shit, 1 little brother, 2 sisters, and they were all born here in the States. So, you know, they managed to get across the border safely with no harm, just to connect my pops has and shit, you know.
Wow.
And then me and my mom and him, my pops, since we didn't have like papers and shit, we had to jump that shit. So like we literally jumped the. I was a 10-year-old kid, like with my fucking dad and my mom and shit.
10 years old doing
Literally,
that,
Bro, my stepson is 10 years old. I'm trying to like think about that. Like,
Could you picture that? I couldn't.
Bro, it's some crazy shit. Like, it was because, you know, like without papers, bro, like you just have to do it. You know, that's literally the only way, you know, to fucking have a shot at like making a life out of yourself. And anywho, we jumped the border and shit. You know, we get everything. Say, you know, goodbye to my family. And keep in mind, like, after that, bro, I haven't seen my family, like, in Mexico. Like, I've managed to see a couple cousins, you know, that managed to get to the States, you know?
yeah.
And, you know, after, like, for a long time, cousins I haven't seen for, like, 10, 12 years type shit.
So you haven't been back since?
No, I haven't been back. Like,
wow.
Because if I go back, I won't be able to be back in.
Right.
Like, it's just, I don't know, some shit that is going on with the law right now. And anywho, said goodbye to all my family members, you know. We get to the border towns. And we start, you know, we connect with, like, you know, basically coyotes. They're called coyotes out there, you know, and basically smugglers, you know.
Yeah.
Basically human trafficking, you feel me? Like, this cartel business type shit. Like, we, you know, my pops paid all the sums and shit. We go, you know, and the first time we tried jumping it, the way they explained it to us that we're going to cross, they were like, this was back then, you know, they probably have new methods and shit, but back then and shit, they told me, like, alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna guide you through a telephone call, you know, and they gave my pops, like, a flip phone, like, ghetto as fuck. They're like, here, with this phone, we're gonna be on the phone with you, and you have to follow every direction that we give you, and by doing that, you know, we'll get you safely across the border and shit. So, alright, cool, you know,
That's
we jump
crazy.
the border and shit, like, we literally climb up the fucking bars, and they're fucking huge-ass heavy metal bars, bro,
Like how
They're
high?
monster, dude.
How tall?
Shit, honestly, I think probably, like, 40, 50 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen him. You can see him driving to San Diego. You go by Ajo. I think it is down there. Is that what it is? But dude, they're huge. It's enormous.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, they're big, fucking thick pieces of steel, basically. You feel
And
me?
they do have
like
new
iron.
methods. I've seen it. I saw a YouTube video. It's they have a truck that pulls up, and they have like a hinged railing, and it just shoots up, boom, boom, over, and they can drive a truck.
Yeah.
What?
It's crazy,
Fence,
bro.
dude.
Like,
Yeah, it's crazy,
like,
bro. It's
the
crazy,
shit that they be
dude.
coming up with, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it's nuts.
insane, bro.
It's nuts. Yeah.
But anywho, like, we fucking jumped the border. Anywho, we're going, you know, we're fucking running and shit. And as they're telling my pops, like, all right, duck, get up, run, type shit, you know, like, basically telling him directions, like, to avoid the fucking border patrol. And we're going, and it's like 5-6 minutes in the fucking run, and the fucking border patrol fucking car spots us. So they're like, get down. And we get down and shit. I'm over here like, I'm just a kid and shit, like, just looking at my paws and shit in the middle of the desert, you feel me? Like,
Were they actually giving you directions though, or was it bullshit?
No,
It was real,
It was like a whole ass, like, imagine like having your phone and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
That's some James Bond shit.
Yes,
That's some
shit,
like,
bro.
that's cute. Yeah, like go left.
So like we fucking go, and then the border patrol spots us, and then he's like, get up, get down, you know, hands in the air. And we put the hands in the air and shit.
Holy shit.
And bro, like, literally one spotted us, and like 4 came up, like 4 pulled up, no cap. It was literally like 2 on the motorcycle and 2 on the trucks.
Damn, roll up deep.
And they started to get dogs out too and shit. I think they had dogs, the canines, the German shepherds and shit. So we fucking, you know, they catch us and shit, and they're like, get up, and then they're like, anyone speak English? And like me and my 10-year-old naive ass, like, oh, I do, you know, trying to be like a hero and shit.
Wow, yeah.
Like, I knew English back then and shit as well.
Wow,
so,
dude, that's crazy.
yeah,
man.
you know, like I've always been a quick learner. Bro.
You were 10 years old. You were bilingual.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
like,
So wait, what happened? Did you communicate with them?
Yeah, I was just communicating with them, but they ignored my ass because I'm just a kid and shit. They're just looking at my parents. Like,
They still had to be impressed though. They're like, yo,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know,
10 this
who
little
knows,
kid.
bro? But
I don't know how to
anyway,
say I do in Spanish. I'll be honest. You asked me to say that.
Gomez, I just want to say, man, like a little bit ago we were outside. You said like your life is kind of like a movie. That shit felt like a movie just now, man.
Bro, it's crazy,
like
bro.
just how your story, how you got here. I mean, that's 10 years old. What is that?
Insane,
3rd grade,
dude.
right? Is that 3rd grade?
Like 4th grade, bro.
4th grade, man. Imagine that.
And like,
I'm trying
anywho, They catch us, bro. They take us to the detention center and shit. And we're all cuffed up and shit with like fucking, you know, like the cuffs they use in prison, like when you get cuffed up on the feet and on the hands.
I've seen them. I don't know about them personally, but I've seen it.
We get locked up. We're in the back of the patrol car and shit. We're just driving to the detention center. We're all like sad and shit. We're like, fuck, you know, all that money down the drain.
I can imagine, dude.
Back
Yeah,
then,
I can
bro,
imagine.
Like I think it was like 5 to 6 rats for each head.
In 2010?
In 2010.
Oh,
bro.
yeah, that's what?
Dude,
20 G's today?
That's a lot of money. I don't,
G's?
with inflation.
Inflation, bro.
Yeah, bro. Some crazy shit, you feel me?
Man.
So anyway,
Wow.
like with all that happening and shit, we pull up to the detention center, and then the border patrols, they asked me, they're like, all right, you want to go with your pops or your mom and shit? And I was just like, shit, I was like, fuck it, I'll go with my mom and shit. Just
Good
because,
man.
like, I feel
Good
like
man.
if I went to the fucking guys, that shit was gonna stink. You feel me, bro? Like,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of fucking people just like us, you know, trying to achieve this shit. So a lot of them get caught too, you feel me? So I went with my mom and shit, and like, when I was in there, bro, like, they just gave you like a fucking, a baby ass, like, not even a baby, but just a thin blanket, you feel me? And then like a shitty ass mattress, like, not even a mattress, just kind of like one of those things that they use in prison, you know?
Just a little cot.
Yeah, type
little
shit,
cot.
you feel
Yeah.
me? So like, you're out there and shit, you're just sleeping and shit, and you're hungry, and like all the food they give you is just like frozen Burger King or like
Frozen Burger King.
Yeah, like-
brutal.
like not frozen completely.
No, I know, but
like,
yeah, just brutal.
cold, you feel me?
Oh,
Like,
God.
just like shit, you feel like they
Like the
just buy
White
it.
Castle freezer ones
Yeah, like
that you find
they
at
buy in
Walgreens?
bulk,
That's-
and then they just store
Yeah.
it. You feel me?
Put them in microwaves and just put them
all
out.
that
Dude.
shit. So like, nah, they don't even microwave the food. They just
Oh,
give
what?
it to you.
Oh, just frozen.
Yeah,
Wow.
just like that and shit, cold. So I ate like a cheeseburger. I remember, and then
What administration was this at the time? What year was this?
2010. That was
that was like Obama, wasn't it?
yeah.
That was a start of.
That was like
That
the
was like,
start
yeah,
of Obama.
early.
Well,
early.
you gotta
early
like to
Obama.
know it. Yeah.
Because before him, it was what, Bush?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Bush, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anywho, you know, I remember at one point I got up and I was just chilling, looking like out the fucking like the cell, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at all my people and shit, like just locked up, like fucking animals and shit.
Fuck.
And then like a border patrol started tripping on me. And he's like, "What up? You know what's wrong and shit?" And I was just like, "Oh, nothing. You know, I'm just looking and shit." And then he started yelling at my mom, talking about like, why don't you have your kid with you and shit? You know, he looks like he's out here like being cold type shit. When it wasn't nothing like that. It was just a kid just looking, you know, at his surroundings.
They're just taking it in. Yeah, what the fuck?
10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anywho,
You kidding me?
they
How you
fucking-
supposed to act?
Yeah. They sent us back and shit. Eventually, we got on a fucking literally like it was like a prison, bro. Like steel cage buses, you know, like made out of like steel in a way, you know. So we get sent back and they dropped us off like at a fucking border town. And we're just there like stressing and shit, trying to figure out like what to do and shit. Cause by that time my little siblings were already here in the States.
Okay.
So now it's just me and my mom and my pops like trying to figure out how to get over here and shit. So my pops ended up finding a new connection and shit and paid more money for that shit. I think it was like 7 G's ahead for that shit.
Yo, Dad was balling.
Bro,
Dad was
yeah.
husling. He was
Man.
putting on for his family.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
sick,
about balling,
dude.
but he's
Dad.
probably hustling.
Wait,
Like,
hustling hard.
That food's taught me a lot, bro. You know, like I'm thankful and I'm blessed he's in my life and shit, but you know, he's had a fucked up life too, you feel me? And
So he was born and raised in Jalisco
Yeah.
as well? Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
Wow.
That fool, he was born in a family of 14 kids, bro.
Wow.
14 kids. What year? Do you know?
He was born in 82.
82. Wow.
Man.
Yeah, my pops had me young. He had me when he was like literally 20 years old. My mom was
Wow.
like 17, 18.
Wow.
I'm picturing 82 in Jalisco. I mean, like, yeah, that's a
Back
different
then,
life than
it
a
was
lot of
like
people
the-
know, man.
That fool's a gangster, bro. Like, that fool knows how to get money, bro.
Wow.
But anywho, like, apart from that shit, we get tapped in with the new connection and, you know, we get set up and everything. And as we cross, we're like, we're going to cross you with the guide. And that was like, you know, they gave us 2 guides, 2 people that were going to guide us through the desert. And we jumped in and shit, and, you know, we're walking. And thankfully, they knew what they were doing and shit, you know. As we were jumping, they would cover our tracks and shit. And we would literally hide, like, under, like, thorny-ass trees. And, like, bro, you know how desert is.
Bro, yeah, I mean,
You know,
nothing
bro?
but cactuses and like prickly
Bro.
bushes. You know?
When I was fucking jumping, when we were walking that shit, thankfully, my experience was we only lasted 4 days walking in, like, the heat and in the cold. There's people who've gone, like, a month or, like, fucking long
Sounds
time
crazy.
trying to get over here, bro.
Yep. I
And
couldn't imagine that.
Anywho, like, we were blessed enough to just have 4 days of suffering, you feel me?
Yeah.
But we were walking and shit, and they were shitty, bro. Like, the fucking clothes that I had, like, at 10 years old, like, it was just some shitty pants, some shitty shoes. and they ripped up on me, dog. Like just from like all the terrain and shit.
Dude.
And my mom had to give me like a pair of fur pants and shit, just so I wouldn't get all scratched up, cause it was shitty, bro. Like we're walking through desert, you feel me? And then the only light, like source of light we had at night was literally the moon.
The moon, yeah.
Literally that shit lit up the fucking terrain. Like it's crazy. Like bro, you don't think the moon's lit until you're in the desert.
Hey, yo, the moon is lit, bro.
Pitch blackness, yeah. And you don't know how dark is until you go out and where there's no city lights, there's no like light pollution. No, people don't understand what that's like. It feels like you could almost be claustrophobic in that. You know what I'm saying? It's crushing, dude. It crushes you.
As we're walking, we're hiding from like UAV planes because the border patrol, like the U.S. border patrol, they have planes, bro, that like detect body heat.
Yeah, like the thermal cameras and stuff. Yeah,
that's how they catch a lot of
it's like Call of Duty, dude. That's like the Call of Duty UAV.
Under trees and shit like that. That's how they catch them, bro.
Wow.
Bro, it's crazy how much power, like, or how much technology the U.S. has, bro.
No, absolutely.
It's insane, bro. So, we were doing that shit, hiding under trees, blah, 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 and then we had, like, limited food and water, so we had to be, like, scarce with that shit. And to make things worse, I had a loose tooth, you feel me?
Oh,
that's
like,
brutal.
Man, you're just like, fuck, you feel me?
I don't think people understand, though. You said you went 4 days without water, like...
No, not 4,
or 4 days.
Water,
oh, okay. I'm just saying, but like 4 days in there. I'm
me?
just saying, like, you need to be drinking about a gallon an hour if you're out in the desert.
In the desert.
You need to be drinking a gallon.
What time of the year was this?
2010, bro.
No, like what season of the year?
Like,
Like,
it was during. I think it was during. Shit, it was during spring, bro.
okay, I was
so
gonna
it's
say
a
because
little
if it
more
was
tolerable.
summer,
Yeah, it's a
Summer
little
would've
more
been
tolerable because I was
bro.
gonna say that's
Summer would've
you
been
might not have
you can get a
survived
half.
that,
You
bro.
can get away with a half gallon in the spring here.
Well, Gomez, I just want to say, man, like your story, we're going to get into it more, but like, I knew you had a deep story just from the conversations, interactions we've had. We've seen you perform. We've seen you do your thing. We were just at this last show with you, and you were sweating it out. It was hot in that thing, but you were getting it,
You
man.
killed it, though, dude.
You were killing it. So, everybody, for those of you who don't know, you already heard some of his story. We're about to hear more of it, but we are sitting here with Gomez Goes.
Yes, sir. And as I was saying, I just want to say thank you to my brothers right here, for giving me this opportunity to express my story and, share, what I've been through, and what makes Gomez Goes, Gomez Goes and shit. But as I was saying,
You just say, because like a lot of what you're telling me is what I was gonna ask you. So like, let's continue where you left off, man, because we want the backstory.
I got you, dude. So anywho, we're walking and shit, and it's on day 3 of the expedition, that we're walking. And I remember vividly, it was nighttime, and I go to sleep, and we had to sleep on literally rocks, bro. Like,
Slept on rocks?
bro. Like,
It's like that's what the Flintstones did.
Nothing, bro. Just rocks. You feel
It's
me?
actually
Like,
super smart too, because when there's sun out, the rocks give off a little heat at night. That's a
Yeah.
smart move.
Oh,
we did that shit,
Jared.
bro. So we slept, and in the morning when I woke up, I was like the first one to wake up, and I saw some deer like just looking at me.
No.
Like,
No way.
Deer,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like, everyone
yeah.
has deers, bro. Like,
what? I don't think I've ever seen a
I
deer
wanna say
since
they're
I've been
mule
here.
deer or something like that.
Yeah,
They're
some shit like that, bro.
they're a weird type. Yeah,
They
yeah.
have them, bro. And
That's crazy, dude.
And they were out there in the fucking desert. It was just like,
Yeah, that's southern too. That's south of
Like,
us.
how do
Here,
they
we're
think
out
about how
here.
they survive?
bro. I
Like
don't know how they survive, bro.
in a desert like that?
Yeah, bro.
Where do you get nutrients
chomping
from?
mesquite leaves,
Crazy,
brother.
yeah, type shit,
I'm telling you, that's
And
what they do.
He was just looking at me, and then he just fucking ran away and shit. But that deer, for some reason, stuck with me because I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey,
That's
maybe
cool as
maybe
fuck,
it
man.
was like
Hey,
something
I'm
like.
trying,
Look,
I'm
go ahead.
seeing that in a music video, dude. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, go ahead.
No, that's it. I'm just saying that imagery.
Some crazy shit. So anywho, we finally we make it, and we get on a fucking car that's waiting for us there at the pickup location. Damn. And we finally, we get in the car, and we weren't crossing alone. I was with me, my mom, and my dad, and then 2 other people that were like friends of my pops and shit. And
Man, Pops was
obviously-
putting on for other people
Yeah,
too.
Dude, you
and
get-
obviously the coyotes
what-
as well, And we finally get to the car that's getting us picked up, and we all had to fucking like beaner pack that shit.
Oh yeah,
Like,
get it
bro,
inside like a clown car almost. Like
Yeah,
everyone was
a
packed
clown
in.
car. Like I remember going like where you sit in the front seat. You know how like you have that little space for your legs.
Yep.
Like I had to sit right there.
Oh, you were down there.
like, I was
Oh,
sitting there right.
crunched up.
Yeah, and like we were out butt fuck out in Arizona, so we had to fucking drive.
Somewhere around Nogales, roughly,
Yeah,
probably.
type shit or some shit.
Yeah.
And we had to drive. We finally get to the location we need to get to, and finally we make it, bro. But I look like once I made it, I just looked at my body and it was just full of like scratches, bro, like all over my face and like shit. Bro,
Dude, I was gonna ask, what is that moment like? Okay, like talk to me, like literally the moment you get dropped there, like. That sounds like like you said, a movie, right? Like that sounds like the bags get dropped off the bus off the truck, and it's just like the movie starts right there. But you already, you know, you can make a movie out of what you just told us, you know.
I finally get dropped off, my boy, and I finally get dropped off in the hood that like I've been living in like for a long ass time and shit. Some trailers on 38th Street, on the north side and shit.
38th and
38th and Paradise, kind of by like 40th and Bell type shit.
Okay.
I know the area well, man.
Out of there though, you know, just bought my parents a crib and shit.
Man,
no
congrats,
way,
man.
For real?
Yeah.
Let's get another
my
hand clap
God.
for that one.
No, wait, yeah, we need confetti on the screen and everything for that. You bought your parents a house?
You know, the oldest ever, you feel me, but
21
That's
years
incredible.
old.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'm not doing anything like
I
that.
had a big play in that shit just because, you know, with no papers and shit. And I don't have full papers yet, you know, but like I'm getting there little by little and shit. But
That's awesome, man.
my situation,
Good, hell yeah.
shit, you know, my pop didn't like my name and shit to get certain shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I had to fucking buckle up, you know, step up to the plate and shit.
No, that's a big deal, man. That's crazy.
You know, that was my pop's dream, you know, like making it out of his fucking shitty life and having like a house over here for his family.
Well, bro, and he got
and
you.
He achieved it, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
obviously he needed help, you feel me? But I made sure that he achieved that shit, you feel me? Because that was his dream, and that's something, you know, that would always like have him stressing and shit.
Yeah.
Because we lived the hood that I'm telling you about, the trailers on 38th Street. I lived there literally since I jumped the border and got here back again. Before I jumped the border, even I went to Mexico, I was living there.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got back,
You went back to there.
I went back to that same
Wow.
hood. And I literally lived there, bro, for like up until I graduated. Not even, bro. I literally lived there for like 11 years until just recently that I just bought my parents a crib and shit.
Wait, so 39th Street, yeah?
No, 38th Street.
Oh, 38th Street?
Yeah, 38th Street and Paradise Lane. It's called Bell Acres.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, that is the square. Okay, so that's what you're saying. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Shout out
I
the
live
square.
there as well.
Shout out the north side and shit. Got love for that motherfucker, you know.
Man,
It's a cool area. It's a cool area, man. Yeah.
I mean, bro, super impactful, and to be doing what you're doing now. So, I mean, throughout your life, man, when did the music kick in?
Shit, music's been always a part of my life, bro. I have my mom's side. I have two uncles and shit who are musicians. They know how to. I have one uncle who knows how to play the bass, and he sings as well. And then my other uncle who plays the guitar.
That's
he
awesome
sings as well. And ever since little kids, you know, like when they would do performances and shit, me and my cousins back then, we would fucking get the mics and we just fuck around too and shit. You feel me? But rapping for me, you know, I grew up like my dad. Like I said, my dad's always been like a gangsta ass fool. You feel me? So I always grew up on like that urban type of music. You feel me? And
Like what? Do you remember?
Yeah, what were
Do you
you
remember
listening
what?
to?
Bro, back then he would bump a lot of like Mr. Capone. He would bump a lot of Aqui, which is a Mexican rapper.
Okay.
He'd
Oh,
bump
we're
a
gonna
lot
look
of
all these up.
Echo. He would bump
Wow.
so many fucking like rappers. You feel me?
Dude, wait. Hold on. Were these guys that were just like doing this in Mexico too? Like they were from there? Or?
No, well, Mr. What do you mean, like?
The artists.
Yeah, like
Well,
I've never heard of a lot of those.
Yeah, I've never heard of them
like I
either.
said, you know, like my pops, bro. Like since I told you, you know, he's had a crazy ass life as well. You feel me? But like I told you earlier, he was born in a family of 14 kids and shit. And at 14 years old, this was crazier than me. At 14 years old, you know, since there was no money, like, you know, my grandpa, bro, like, he could only do so much to provide for 14 kids.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So you're going to have kids that grow up like gangsters,
Yeah.
like, just
You can't control
you
them.
feel me?
Can't control them.
So my pops, he's always been kind of like a crazy fool. And, like, at 14 years old, he left home and he jumped the border himself.
At
Yeah,
14?
and this was like in the 80s, though. In the 80s, bro, shit was easier to fucking get.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
back then.
80s, 90s,
Probably a
like,
barbed wire at
yeah,
the
it was
time.
way easier
Yeah,
to jump the
yeah.
border, you feel me, bro?
Not 40-foot steel.
Yeah, you know, so like back then, you know, obviously he jumped the border, and since 14, he just raised himself out here, and obviously that's where he met all the homies and shit. Got super thugged out and shit, and then he went back to Mexico, and that's how he met my mom and shit.
Wow.
And ever
That sounds
since
like
then-
that deserves its own screenplay.
Bro,
Yeah,
right
for
there,
real,
dude. That
hey.
sounds like a screenplay.
Who's
right there,
writing
dude.
that?
We need to get.
That's crazy, bro. Like that's why I do what I do, you know, just to share not just my story, but his story in a way, you know.
Yeah.
Let him know, like,
Bro, I mean, well, think about it. If he came over when he was 14, you came over at 10. So, I mean, y'all pretty much, like, live sort of the same
like,
life.
You know what's crazy, bro? there's you know about the numbers like 777, 444.
I don't.
I know 777 is God's number. That's
Yeah.
not 666. So
Yeah.
666 is the devil's number.
Yeah.
777.
So check this
That's
out.
why the casino's a great place.
Yeah.
You're telling me that's a sin? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But 777, basically back to it, my grandpa, he was born in a big family as well, and he was the seventh son of his family.
Oh no shit.
Now, all Jalisco, just want to reiterate.
all Jalisco.
All right, Jalisco, man.
And my pops was the seventh son of my grandpa, and I ended up being the seventh grandson.
Bruh,
see,
what?
that's how the world works, though. That's how the world works.
Like,
Yeah.
my grandpa, my dad, and me. It's like sometimes I feel like we're the same person.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Living the same life in different eras.
Wow. Yo, I'm
Cheers
gonna drink to that
dude.
one. That
Cheers
was
to
powerful.
That's crazy. Dude.
Hey,
Crazy.
hey, cheers me on that one.
That was
bro.
nuts.
That's some real shit.
And it's just shit, that I've always kept in like the back of my head. It's like, like what I'm doing is for a reason. You feel me? Like they did the shitty part and they managed to make something out of themselves. You feel me? Now it's my turn. Where I'm blessed enough to be in somewhere where I can make something bigger than they ever did. You feel me?
Hey, let me add on to that 777. He's 20. He was 21 when he bought his parents their first home.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in right now.
I didn't even think of that. That's just crazy. Dude. That's crazy.
Well, Gomez, man. I mean, bro. Incredible. I'm just like, I'm sitting here thinking about everything you just told us, man. I'm amazed because you're so young and you've already gone through so much, man. And like, I mean, the last show we saw you at, like, I felt like you were pouring it out, man. I mean, again, it was hot in there, you were sweaty, but there was a moment where like you had your eyes closed and you were just like going to the mic, and Jared and I were kind of to the side, and we're like, this dude is getting it.
Yo, he's going after it.
You
did. You went crazy.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, bro. I don't know, when I perform, bro, I just get like in touch with like a spirit. I don't know. You guys know about Elvis Presley, right?
Oh yeah. Haven't seen the movie yet, but I plan on it.
Definitely go see it, bro.
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah, I seen it, bro.
Okay.
I saw it the other couple weeks ago and shit. And it touched me personally just because he came up as a ghetto children, like as a ghetto child as well. You feel me?
Who had a twin brother who died?
There was a scene in this movie where he's literally a kid, like a little white boy, and he's bunch of black folks and shit, and they start performing like the black folks some like blues and shit,
Dude.
And like Elvis, fucking, this. He just fucking gets like so sucked into the music.
Yes.
He goes, and back then, like, keep in mind there was no fucking entertainment. It was just music. You feel me?
That's it.
And with like people back then, what they call music, they called it like a spirit, just because of how like
made you feel.
You feel me? How it
Yeah.
makes you
They
feel.
couldn't understand it.
Like a drug in a way, you feel me? So like when Elvis like got tapped in with the spirit, like with music, I kind of like related. I'm like, damn, like that's how I feel when I perform and shit. You feel me? It's just like
Something inside you that
it's
comes
just
out.
something like that, just bro, like when you're so like tapped in with the universe and shit, like that shit, it amazes you. Like what movies? Like I like one of the movies a lot because it gives me a lot of inspiration.
Oh man,
Oh,
you see
dude.
the movies all over, man. I feel you on that. So let me ask, bro. Like we're gonna get into the music because what you just said, I know there's some songs that I see that in you. How did you get your name?
Shit, Gomez goes, bro. Shit, it's funny story. So I don't know if you guys know, but before I started like releasing music and shit, I used to skateboard a lot.
Okay.
And
Really?
Yeah, bro. Like I'll show you clips right now and shit. Watch.
For real?
Yeah, bro. Like,
You doing heelys and
Tony Hawk's
kickflips?
pro
and-
skater.
yeah, bro.
Hey, I was just watching the Tony Hawk documentary on HBO earlier.
Dude, I do so
It's
much
awesome.
shit, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm an alien sometimes, like how the government says and shit. I don't care, bro.
You
But,
mean
like,
it in the more?
Here's a little board slide and shit that I did the other day.
No way.
Yeah.
So you're still doing this?
Yeah, I don't do it as much just because of how busy I am now.
If you can still
But I
board
can
slide,
I
you
can
still got it.
Pop those tricks and shit.
Get the
That's a long-ass rail,
outta here,
bruh.
dude.
Long ass
What?
rail.
It's just little clips.
You
and
doing that
shit.
around here? Only one I knew was in Tempe.
Yeah, it's Piggy Skate Park on 40th Street in Grover's.
Oh yeah,
Really?
that's
Oh,
right here.
shit.
That's right here.
Yeah, it's close.
It's close.
Bro. And anywho, while I was doing that, I had a homie, white guy. His name was Matt Smith. I don't know what happened to the homie. I hope he's doing good.
Hey, we'll find him.
So if he's out there, he sees this shit.
Find us.
He goes out here, bro. He remembers you. Hope you're doing good and shit. But anywho, bro was just skating with me one day, and back then, we just smoked weed and shit. You just beat kids and shit. And He told me one day we were skating, he's like, bro, you know what your name should be? He's like, your Instagram name? I was like, what up, bro? He's like, it should be Gomez Goes.
Hey, shout out to the
So
homie.
I was like,
Wow.
damn, like, I just
Wow.
thought, like, that's crazy.
It does sound good. I mean,
Hey,
it's
you-
close.
Dope, you know, double G.
You said some people are just in your life, and you gotta. They're there for a reason,
Yeah, you know?
and it's not always forever, but
Yeah.
they're there for a reason.
Yeah,
you know.
So
True that.
He told me that shit, bro, and like ever since then, like I stuck with it, and I haven't seen that homie since a minute, bro. Like ever since that happened, like I haven't seen him since, bro.
Wow.
The last time like I heard of him, like I heard he was going through some shit, but you know it's been a minute since that shit happened, so
Okay.
you know who knows where he's at right now. I just hope he's doing good and shit.
Well, he obviously he left an impact.
Yeah, he
We
did
do
make
too.
an impact, bro. You know, ever since then, like it was just like damn, like
Yeah.
after you know he gave me that idea, I was like, what am I gonna make a meaning out of this name? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the
Damn,
next
that give
step?
you a little identity right
Yeah,
there. That's
kinda
cool,
gives you
man.
an
That's cool.
identity.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And well, I don't know, bro. You know, I just fucking I've been doing that shit, and ever since 14 years old, 15 and a half, you know, they start hiring at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first got my first job and shit.
Which McDonald's
Wait,
were you
was
at?
it that one at 32nd and Greenway?
The other one on Cape Creek and Bell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right
Hey,
here, dude.
I gotta say, I'm loyal to my guys and they hire that young too. I'm sorry, I'm loyal to my 32nd and Greenway crew. If I see you out there, I hope you see this. No, I'm telling you, hold on. And let me say this, okay? No, they have one of the most dedicated crews. It's always like sometimes it's different kids too, dude. Like, and you can tell it's young kids.
Yeah.
There's some kids up in there so professional. I'm like, you're literally gonna make it in
going
life.
places.
You're gonna make it in life. I was like, I'm over here buying food from you, and I got a shitty attitude because I'm up early in the morning sometimes. This kid's, how you doing, sir? I'm like, I sit up. It changes my day, dude. I'm like, I'm doing great, man. How are you? And they're always like, I'm doing really great. Thanks for asking. It's like, what the?
Hey.
So hey, no disrespect.
Customer
to the
service
Bell,
goes a
no
long way.
disrespect to the Cave Creek and Bell crew, but I'm just saying, my 32nd and Greenway people, I see you.
Shout out to him.
But like I said, you know, that was my first job, and you know, I literally, you know, as a youngin, the only jobs you can work is fucking restaurant jobs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, bro, like, you know, I've done, you know, my fair share of, you know, my dirt, I guess, you know, in the streets and shit, but I've always I always try to be responsible and shit, you know, I try not to get too caught up in that.
Yeah.
You know, just because I have goals and I have people out here, you know, depending on me to make shit happen, and if I don't do it, you know, who's going to take care of them? You know, no one is.
It's maturity, man.
Like, it's just being, like I say, you know, I was forced to grow up at a young age, you know?
Yeah.
And since that, you know, I've always been like a hardworking man, I guess, you know, in everything that I do, you know. I worked in the food industry for 6 years, bro,
Wow.
as a youngin' up until I graduated high school.
There's a discipline in doing that and staying on that path
Yeah,
that's
you know,
invaluable, dude.
You know, so I would do my fair share of other shit to get some extra money and shit. But, you know, I always try to keep it, you know, as professional as possible in a way, you know. Just to show Uncle Sam, like, yeah, you know, like, trying to do good and shit, you know.
Hey, bro. Well, that's I think we've noticed in you, like what Jared said, like, you know, you almost seem a little bit older than you are just because of your
Definitely carry
demeanor.
yourself.
You know, you carry yourself well, and it shows in your art as well.
Yeah, bro, like, it's crazy. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm only 20. I'm only 21 years old, dressing like a fucking 30-year-old.
Dude.
All right, man. Hey, but your time
Got a
is
house,
coming,
yeah.
man. You know what I mean? I feel like everything that you've done so far sounds good for the most part, and karma will come back and reward you, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna come back.
I mean, it has to. I mean, there's no such thing as hard work in vain, you know?
Yep.
So, apart from that, you know, I got tired of the food industry, you know, aside from making music and shit. You know, music is constantly a constant investment. You know, you have to keep investing and going and perfecting it. You know, there's no, if I put this much in, I'm gonna make it. You know, like,
Yeah.
nah, bro. Like, it's just, it's something you have to love doing and something you have to be at peace knowing, like, if I don't blow up, like, fuck it. You know, I did this.
Gave
for
it
me
your
at
all.
the end of the day, you know, like, this is shit that I was feeling and shit that, you know, took stress out of me because I'd rather, you know, have, like, my vices on this shit than just being, like, a fucking fuck up out there than just doing
On
dumb
Greenway?
shit, you feel
Yeah,
me, you know?
yeah.
So, like,
Well, listen, bro. Obviously, from what we saw, your videos do numbers. So
Yeah,
obviously, people are. I mean, no offense to anyone else who's been on the show, but I mean, if we had to compare to some, I mean, your numbers are
You're up
impressive.
there, dude.
yeah, I'm trying to get
In
up
the
there,
K's,
bro,
dude.
you
In
know,
the
like-
thousands.
Like I say, you know, right now it's thousands, but soon it'll be millions and shit.
Let's
you
get
know,
it there.
like,
Hey,
fucking
People say that I changed. You say that I'm million.
Oh, let's go.
You know,
Shout to Drake.
It's constant. It's literally constant investing in discipline. You know, like there's times where I'm just like, fuck, like, why can't I get my fucking turn when I'm doing all this? I'm doing more than what the average person is.
It's
doing.
a slow grind, bro.
Especially
Slow grind.
at my young age, you know, where you're just constantly trying to grind and shit. You know, make a name, do something.
But I think you're doing it the right way because you are doing the local the shows.
Yeah.
You're connecting with people like us. I mean, you're doing the things already. And again, for you to be that young, for us to watch your videos and see the numbers, I mean,
You have
bro,
so many visuals, dude. Like, that's important. Like, Dom and I are big on that, dude. Like, it's just, I forget, you were even telling me about a song earlier where it was just like, listen, I heard it. It was one thing. But when you see them either perform it live or you watch the video or you hear a story like that,
different.
and it's just like,
makes
it's
some-
literally,
yeah.
it's like going from 2D to 3D to 4D to
you just see,
5D.
like,
You
all the
can go to,
dimensions and shit.
exactly, you go to so many dimensions with an artist that you can, that it's unimaginable, dude. So yeah, it's huge.
crazy,
You gotta see it.
Like, trippy to me sometimes and shit. Like I said, bro. Like, you know, like I was telling you, you know, just constant discipline, constant investment and shit, and you know, just having faith, you know, that you're gonna have your payoff.
Yeah.
You know, such thing as like.
hey, the clicks are gonna come through though.
Oh, shit.
You're good. You're good. You're good. We're good, bro.
Not bad, shit. But
Man, well,
Shout out to the ear god, our producer. He'll
Yeah,
have
he'll
us.
hook
be
it up.
Like, he was sitting there. He'll be like, Dom, thank you.
for real.
It's all good. That's for you.
all right. So Gomez, one thing I've seen and I've noticed, man, is in your videos, which we're gonna get into music specific, but like I love when like artists like you, artists like Vavrick, shout out Vavricks, when y'all like put on for the city and y'all are doing your music with the landscape behind you, the downtown,
Yep.
the desert scenes. Is that something that's important for you to showcase, and is that why you do it?
Hella important to me, just because, you know, I literally, you know, my life has been literally like revolved around the desert.
Yeah,
You
dude.
feel me? Like,
Survived in it. Yeah.
survived in that
Yeah.
shit, you feel
Yeah,
me?
you're
Like,
one with it.
like,
Yeah.
I gotta have represent that shit, you know?
Hell yeah.
No matter where I'm
Man.
at, if I'm in Mexico or here, like, I must represent that shit. You feel me?
It's all the Sonoran Desert, right?
Yeah, literally, you feel me? So, it's crazy to
Yeah.
me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I just like to show love, you know, to places and, you know, I don't know, like, things that have given me opportunities, you know? Cause
It's your home too, bro.
fuck yeah, in
It's your
Mexico, bro, like, fuck, to do this shit, bro, you gotta go 10 times as hard, bro.
Hmm.
You know, like, here you have a lot of opportunities, you know, like, it takes a little longer, you know, but that, you trade that off by having, you know, access to more things.
Mm.
No
You
doubt.
know?
Yep.
Like a more guaranteed, like if you stay consistent,
Yeah,
you'll get there
you know,
eventually.
like-
Whereas, yeah,
Like, whereas compared to Mexico, it's like, alright, like, you really gotta make shit work with what you have.
some people can't even go hard enough to
Yeah.
ever get there.
Yeah.
But if you hear, you could stay consistent. That's a really good point, man. Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you know, well, I was telling you, you know, like, worked in the food industry for a while, and then now I'm a fucking tree arborist. So, just to let y'all know and shit, if you need a tree cut, let me know.
Hit him up.
It's my money maker and shit.
You flexed that in a video. We saw that.
Bro, I don't know, like, that shit, you know, I've always been a fucking, I guess a warrior, you know, I've never really had any fear. I skydived at the age of 18, you know.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Out here in AZ, where at?
Yeah, out here in Buckeye.
In Buckeye?
Man, Buckeye be dropping
Cool.
people.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Buckeye's wild, dude. Buckeye's got the sheriff training facility out there.
Oh,
People be
do they?
smuggling out there. Yeah, it's a crazy
Shout out
place,
Jay
dude.
Tilt. Jay Tilt was talking about Buckeye.
Yeah, Buckeye's wild.
You know, Buckeye's dope and shit. You know, then my first skydive out there, 18. They fucking film me like this too and shit, telling me like, all right, say this, you know, in case you die, you can't sue us. Say that shit,
You
know?
sign the
real?
waiver.
For real?
Yeah, they make you sign the waiver.
Sign the waiver.
Like,
Imagine people watching that in court, like, I don't care.
yeah, you know,
like-
like, thankfully, you know,
Damn.
we made it, you know. So
yeah, thank
so
God.
that shit was crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever had like, you know, the blowers, like
Mhm.
leaf blowers and shit.
Yeah.
When you're dropping out like from the sky and shit, it feels like they have like a full leaf blower to your face.
Can you breathe?
Terminal.
Yeah, you can breathe. You just have to breathe slowly, bro.
Okay.
Like, you know, like,
Yeah, when it's all fast and
yeah,
you
'cause
can't.
your lungs can't take that much oxygen at that pressure.
Damn.
So like if you try to breathe normally, like I feel like your lungs would explode. Because I tried to do it and like I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, don't do that.
I think a human falls, or the average human falls like 128 miles an hour. So
Yeah,
that's like
that's
you're
fast,
speeding,
bro.
dude. Yeah, no.
That's
Imagine
like-
sticking your head out the window
Like
at
on the
60.
freeway, you're going 120, you're going fast.
Oh,
dude.
for sure.
Yeah.
Flying.
Imagine sticking your face out the window at 60. You can feel that, and
you
that's
feel
like
like-
intense. Imagine a little over double that. Fuck, dude, that's crazy.
Gnarly, dude.
Yeah,
It was
no,
dope
that's
for
intense.
Sure. You know, I feel like that's what kind of took my fear away from heights in a way.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
I've got a big fear of heights, so maybe I need to do that. Maybe that'll be my therapy for it.
There you go.
It will, bro. You know, it definitely helps. It gets you thinking like, damn. Makes you realize how small we are, bro.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Really, like you know, when you think, you know, like just shit, you know, when you're up there, like bird's eye view, you're like, damn.
And that's just a little area too. You
Yeah,
can
you
imagine
know,
seeing
like,
it from
we're
space.
just
Yeah,
so
yeah,
small, bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Humans, like,
We're just
we're
ants.
invincible, bro. But like from up there, we're so small. We're like ants, bro.
There's
bro.
more ants than us
Yeah,
by a
true
lot.
that. Hey, bro, you ever want to get humbled, skydive out of a plane? You know what I'm saying?
For real, though. Facts, though. Hey, that shit will humble your ass. No cap. It makes you realize, you know, how, you know, a lot of bullshit that we stress about is kind of insignificant sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm picturing myself in my next work meeting, like, man, is this as bad when I dropped out of a plane? No, it's like, I could see it. It's just like it sets a new bar for what matters. I like it.
Definitely does, bro. 100%, bro.
Oh yeah. Jared, what you got, bruv?
I mean, we were kind of already talked about it, but let's get into the music, dude.
Let's
like
do
my
it.
city.
You ready?
That's my,
Are you ready,
my
Gomez?
translation of it. But my city, dude, that video is sick, dude. I texted Dom about it. I was like, dude, you were literally like sitting there in the middle of traffic. There was a cop directing. I'm guessing a game.
Yeah.
I'm guessing a game had got out or something, or there was one going on.
Dodgers game, bro.
Get
Oh,
out of here.
shit.
So that's a big game out here.
Are you
Yeah.
Are you a Dodgers or a D-backs fan?
Shot D-backs, bro.
Okay, all right.
I love it.
Continue.
I love it.
Good. Just
Love
had to
it.
check.
Love
Had
it.
to check.
No, yeah, you know, like that day, ironically, that day, I don't even know, you know, but I guess it was the Dodgers versus D-backs game. And there were so many, bro. It's crazy. I seen so many people from LA.
Oh, dude! Whenever LA comes here, because I'm a Suns season ticket holder. When LA, Chicago, or New York showed up, bruh, they showed up.
Yeah.
Bro, they show, hey,
No,
shout out
LA's
Cali,
been-
you know, because them motherfuckers do show up.
They're our neighbors.
Yeah,
they're right here.
there. They're there.
Bro, like, I seen so
Don't
many
California,
Dodgers fans
Arizona.
in Arizona, bro. I was like, damn, no one's riding for AZ. I was kind of sad and shit.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
Diamondbacks are garbage, but hey.
Hey, you were making the city look good though in that video, so
Yeah,
like, you were
no
doing
doubt.
your part.
No
Whether
doubt.
the team did it,
City and shit.
yeah, it was sick, dude. No, I was like, I just told Dom, I was like, dude, this guy, like, he's got after your story you just told us. Imagine then you go in the middle of downtown Phoenix and you're like, there's like a cop directing traffic and shit there, and you're just like,
So funny. Like, look, how that ended up happening too was, I was with the videographer. Shout out to homie Melancholy Boy. You know,
He did a few of your videos,
he
right?
did a few of my videos and shit.
Yeah.
And we were just out there in downtown and shit. And there's this, we're recording scenes on like the sidewalk, you know, and there's hella people just walking by, and we're just turning up, you know, because you know they fucked with the whole vision, you know. It's dope, you know. You go into this.
How could you not?
Just see a local performance by a
you could
local
see it. And it was so organic, dude. There were people
No
like you were
doubt.
vibing with people on the sidewalk and
Yeah,
stuff
you know, I
too,
was-
dude. You can't
I
fake
was-
that.
Literally, bro, I just brought the big ass speaker. I was like, fuck, you know, people vibe with it. It's all good. If not, just doing this for me at the end of the day, you know.
That's dope. So you're just bumping your song. That's the track. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
basically, they fucked with it and shit, and we're out there bumping it, blah blah blah, and then we get to this point, which was where you know the cop was directing traffic, and some homie that worked on like on the tow truck company that like I don't even know, bro. Like shout out that homie, you know. Motherfucker, bro. He pulls up to me, he's like, yo, what are you doing and shit? I'm like, bro, I'm just filming a video and shit. He's like, hell yeah. He's like, filming out here in the street and shit. He got, like, a whole ass D-bags hat too. And
That's
shit.
He was
sick,
rapping.
dude.
Fucking dope ass motherfucker. He told me like, alright, bro, you know, I'm gonna go just talk to the cop, let him know it's cool and shit. He's like, for sure.
Dog.
Talk
For
to the
real?
cop. Yeah, he worked for the toll
For
company.
real, that's huge. They respect that.
You
Yeah,
you got the VIP treatment.
I'll remember you forever, bro. For real, bro.
Yeah, that's huge, man. That's
and he
huge.
was like, that fool, he talks to the cop. He's like, alright, bro, you know, do your thing and shit. I'm like, all right, hell yeah, you know, pull up in the video. I'm like, get in the video, and then
Yeah, he was in the video. Yeah.
Okay, that's him.
Hey, this is
That's
why
him. No
this
way.
is why we ask about this, because
See,
who
yeah.
who else knows that?
Yeah,
that's how that
crazy.
situation
What a
went
story.
down, man. It's
You
awesome.
could just tell there was going to be a good story there because that video looked so organic, so authentic. You were just doing your thing down there. You could tell people were fucking with you. It was just sick. The vibe looked good, dude.
Let me remind everybody that one has 6,500 views.
Yes,
if
sir, yes,
I
sir.
took note, and you just shot that one recently, man. That was
Yeah, it was like a month, 2 months ago.
yeah, because I saw it was footprint.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was already
Yeah.
footprint center. I was like,
Dating
okay,
the
he's
city.
new.
We were trying to shoot a scene in front of there, but fucking security came up. He was like, "You guys can't do that and shit."
Them uptight motherfuckers.
Yeah, there was especially since
You got a
the game was
permit.
going on and shit. They were being like all little douchebags and shit. But other than that, you know, we
Footprint, you're on notice.
Hell yeah. But we just went around, you know, we just shot a couple of scenes and shit, and it was a good day that day. It was a dope ass day.
Hell
Went to
yeah.
the club afterward and shit.
Oh, you did? Where at? Downtown?
Yeah, I went to downtown club.
Where'd you go?
I think it was Cobra.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
Very
it was
cool.
Cobra.
Cobra's cool.
Yeah,
Cobra's cool. Cobra's
They're
cool.
the only club that opens up to like what 4 a.m.
Oh, I didn't know
shit,
they went
no.
that late, dude. I didn't
Damn.
know that. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Next time we go to a show downtown, man.
Yeah, for real, bro. That shit was crazy the one we did in downtown. You know, those shows are, bro. It's crazy how active that shit gets, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like you could go down there and someone could walk away being like, "Oh, Phoenix has no downtown life," but it's just like if there's a game going on, concert, one concert, and that whole downtown's alive. You know, you get
Yep.
20,000 people storming down there for a concert. That's a big deal, dude.
Not just that, you know, downtown gets active like at night, like 10, 11.
You got some dope underground. You're like Crescent Ballroom. You got what is it? Valley.
Yeah.
Valley.
The Valley Bar.
Valley Bar. Yeah,
it's
there's some
Valley
places
Bar?
like that got shows. Yeah. No, they got some good stuff down there, man. It's cool. Scene's good.
Oh yeah, I'm about to drop a new video too and shit. You know that song that I performed, Explote, you know?
Yeah.
That's on my Instagram and shit. I'm about to drop a video to that.
Let's go.
Probably like a day or two and shit.
Hell yeah, man.
So we're about to do that shit.
Hey, well, you heard it here first. Coming out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
If-
sir.
For those who don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Now you know.
Hey, great track, Jared. The next one, that was actually at top of my list to talk about my city. Next one is Me the Sale, My Wish.
Oh yeah, I mean that's hell yeah.
Almost 10,000 views. Let me just shout that one out. Talk to me about that one, bro.
So that song, you know, it's basically I found a beat on YouTube and shit. Don't pay the least for it, blah blah blah. And basically, you know what inspired me about that beat in the intro, you know, the guy talking in Spanish, it's a guy, you know, an interview, I don't know from where, but it's a guy talking to an interviewer talking about, you know, what does someone have to do to not end up in a place like this, and that's referring to like prison and shit. And the guy just starts saying, you know, just study, work hard, you know, don't hang out with people that are gonna bring you down, you know, because no hard work is in vain type shit, you know, and just basically some motivational shit. Now I was just thinking when I was writing down the song, I was like, damn, I want to make some shit, you know, that, well, what is ultimately my wish with this music shit, you know? What's the most simplest and most badass way I can put it to the world what I want from out of this, you know?
Right.
So
Wow.
I just started writing and shit, like, alright, you know, what did I really want? And I just started thinking, like, alright, well, what I want is put my family on, you know, make it out, make a name for myself and shit, you know, be a symbol of hope in a way. Not just to, you know, minorities, but to every single person, you know.
No doubt.
Not just here in the States, but in Mexico as well and shit, you know. Let them know, like, nothing is impossible and shit. And, you know, that's why I made that song, you know. It's just literally, you know, just me putting that out to the universe, like, this is my wish. And, you know, I hope it comes back to me by the work I put in and shit, you know.
Real ass video too, man. When that ambulance came through,
Bro, that shit, you know what's
That
crazy?
was-
I was like,
Such
that
an
was
organic-
that
that's
was a
another one of
moment.
those.
The
Yeah.
universe, that was like the universe, like, playing like a little role for me because when we were recording that scene, like, ironically, like, that ambulance just passed by, bro.
Oh, you
Oh.
could tell. You could tell. And
It-
it sounded
it
perfect.
felt real.
It sounded
Like,
good.
Yeah.
it was- I don't know. We're just like in the ghetto as part of the city and shit. Well, not ghetto, you know. Like Phoenix is beautiful, but you know, we're just in a certain part of the city and shit where you know it gets a little active. And that fucking,
Well said. Well said.
that siren, that ambulance just passed by randomly while I was filming the video, recording. So
Bro,
like, what the fuck?
authentic.
Bro, I don't know why. You know, I'm blessed and thankful shit happens like that.
Yeah.
It was literally authentic shit.
Jared, you noticed that too?
Oh,
when you
100%.
saw
That's
it?
what I was saying. When I said you have multiple, like, there's like those organic moments in your videos, and it's like that's what makes them so sick. Like the people vibing with you in the My City video and This one's like, you could tell your face was, you reacted, you could tell you were happy. And it was just like, but you still kept it rolling, and it was just like, it was like you left it at the perfect mark where it was like, no, did he know that was gonna happen?
Right.
Is he surprised? But you still played it off. It was,
oh shit.
it just.
So I tried to play it off as cool as possible. I was like, all right, like, you know, just try to act like
You nailed it, dude. No, you nailed it. No, and it just ties back to a theme we always have on the shows. It was authentic, dude. That video,
Yep.
all your videos, so
like
authentic.
No
people
doubt.
who blow up are just people who are authentic. You feel me?
Yep.
It's
I
the
feel like
truth,
that's
dude.
just the key, you know, like if you're authentic, you're not doing what everybody else is doing. You're just you feel me? Like you don't care what people think of you, you know.
It's
How you dress, it doesn't matter, you know, like that's your culture, but the way you express yourself, that's on you, you know, and if people fuck with it, they're gonna accept it just because you're being authentic and shit, you know.
It's a good point, man. It's like people always talk about how consistency is important. It's a lot easier to be consistent if you're being yourself. If you're not putting
Yep.
on a costume every day and you're not going out there putting on an act. That no human being can keep that up for too long. But if you're being yourself, it's a lot easier to be consistent. It's a really good point, man.
Exactly, you know, and for a while, you know, when I was releasing like my first tracks and shit back in like 2019, no, like 2018, 2017. My music was a little more ignorant, you know, I was younger and shit, but as I got older, I was like, damn, like, you know, there's so many people trying to prove like I'm the toughest, you know, and I was like, I can't do that. I want my people to see me like as a symbol of hope, you know, so that's why I started kind of like evolving in a way and, you know, making the music that resonates with my soul and my person and shit that I've actually gone through and shit, and I feel that's where, you know, where I'm, which is the reason why I'm getting to where I'm getting is because I just started to share with the world, you know, what I really feel, you know, not just my ignorant self and shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Getting
bro.
the dimensions, you know?
Yeah, you know, I just feel like if you do that, the world will accept you no matter what, you know.
No doubt.
So I don't know, I just hope for good call, you know.
That's all you can do, brother.
Comes and shit.
What other tracks you got, Jared?
Dude, I was going to go Mi Vida Loca. You
Oh,
talked
yeah.
I got
about what
that
you were
one.
doing. You're an arborist now.
Yeah.
You kind of rep that in the video.
Yeah,
Dom, I know
yeah.
you saw that bucket hat.
Absolutely.
You were revving the fit in that too. Where'd you get that bucket hat, dude? Did you get that
my
from?
merch, bro, you know.
That's yours. That's
Hey,
yours.
talk about
okay,
it.
Talk
Talk
about
about
it. Tell them, how do they get it?
Well, you know, I just sold out. You feel me? So
Sold
Man.
out.
I'm all sold out. Sorry.
We're
That's
part
why
of the
he didn't
sleep-
bring
we're
us
part of the
none.
crowd sleeping too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're gonna get on round 2 of the merch. When's the next merch drop?
Yeah.
Shit, pretty soon I'm about to start working on some new fucking designs and shit. These bucket hats, you know, my homie, shout out Miguelito Cuh. That motherfucker,
Oh, I like that, babe.
that motherfucker bought me 30 hats for free and shit. He's like,
Wow.
man, he literally ordered them, you know, he's like, you know what, bro, like, he taught me a lot of things I know with tree climbing and shit. So he fucks with me a lot. I fuck with him a lot.
Miguelito Low.
Man, he's supporting you on
Shout
the
out.
on the side hustle too. Yeah, on the side. Wow.
That's a real
That's a
one.
real human being right there. That's real.
He showed hella love, you know, bought me this. He's like, go sell them, you know, make your merch.
Oh, yeah.
No shit, huh?
You know, like,
That's
real
awesome,
motherfucker,
man.
bro. You
Wow.
know, I invested in the shirts and shit. And after that, you know, thankfully, you know, as you can see, when shit comes from the heart, when people are genuine with things they do, things always come out good, you know.
Yeah. Keeping it authentic,
You know,
Jared
so,
said.
you know, I'm hella thankful for the people I have in my life, you know. Even if, you know, I'm not at the level I would like to be at right now, I'm just always grateful for the things that I do have, you know, because there's other people who look at me like, damn, this food already made, you know.
Let's go.
You know, and then, like...
That's important to keep in
you know,
perspective.
like,
That's
what
important to
kinda
keep in
keeps me going
perspective.
Because, like, all right, like, I'm already successful, you know, like, I'm already a symbol of hope to some people, you know.
Bro, and that's why, like, tie it back in, man. Like, that's why we have people like you on. Like, we want people on here who are inspirational. Bro, you're like the definition of it.
For real, dude. Yeah, unreal, dude. Yeah.
Bro, you know, that's my main goal. You know, I just want people, you know, to be themselves and not be afraid to show the world who they are, you know, with what they do and with things they're passionate about, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, you could literally do anything in your life. You know, you just have to not care and, you know, just go all 400%, you know, go all out, you know. And you'll be surprised what you can make out of shit when you do that shit, you know.
Yep. 100%.
Back to that video though, Dom, as you noted, like over 6,000 views, almost 7,000 views
Bro,
on that thing. Dude.
numbers.
That video's sick.
Numbers.
Man. It is. It's sick,
I
dude.
appreciate y'all.
No, I'm curious, I guess, just in general, now that we've looked at it, like, you have a lot of visuals in that. I think I mentioned it, I don't know if it was on camera or not, but Dom and I value that so much. Like, it adds so much to a song, dude. Like, it's like a piece of art. It's like, imagine having a play where you just heard the audio of the play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would almost roughly be equivalent to me. And it's just like, do you emphasize the visuals? Because it seems like you do. You're big on it.
I always try to make like a little story, you know,
That's
out of
dope.
every video, you know.
Well, you're a movie guy too, like you said.
I love creating art, bro. I don't know if you guys know, but like for a while when I was in high school and shit, I would draw a lot. I would be in art class.
Which high school you go to?
I went to Paradise Valley High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's down the street.
Yeah.
Wait,
shit.
yeah. I ran track meet there.
Oh,
you
no,
you wouldn't have been there at the time. I would have been an old buck at the time, but yeah, no, I definitely ran a track meet or two there at PV High. Yep.
Oh yeah, and you know that school I went to and shit.
Hey, hold on, real quick.
I'm not even gonna lie, you know this shit makes me proud. You know, when I was out there and shit, I was a fucking honor roll kid, bro. Like,
Let's go.
Hey, real quick on Paradise Valley Burger Company across the way, bro.
What? I don't know about this.
Hey, Guy Fieri has been there. Okay, I was on Triple D. Shout out.
He made it to the 51 in Bell?
He made it to the 51 in Bell. Dude.
Let's
He went
go.
to Paradise Valley Burger Company. That place is the shit.
I've never heard of it.
Dom, we got it. We're going this weekend.
Nikki's
We're going tomorrow.
sister and brother-in-law live over there. Like, I don't know why I haven't.
Dude, Paradise Valley Burger Company. It's also next to a discount glass shop. If you have to ask what type of glass, don't go.
Man.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Sorry to interrupt you, but I got to rep, man. Paradise Valley Burger Company, the shit. Dude,
Hey, Jared's second burger company he's repped. He repped McDonald's earlier.
Hey,
he's 2 for 2 with the burger company.
McDonald's, holler at us, but Paradise Valley Burger Company, that one comes from the heart, dude. That place it's a great business. It's a local business. They're huge around their area. They're huge around their area. They've been on national television.
Always busy, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
what's
that fool's name? The fool that eats food a lot, though.
Yeah, Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
He was on
Guy
the Diners, Dive-Ins, and Drives. That's his show, dude. He was on that show. They got Indian fry bread shakes.
What?
I'm sorry, this is such a tangent, but I had to rep them, dude. They're so sick. They're such an Arizona business.
We could even ask him about other like places to eat in AZ, bro.
Hey, El Super Taco on Cape Creek. You fuck with them? Yo,
Jared,
the
you've been telling me
Burrilla
about
Campos, dude. Yeah, that shit's good, dude. I'm telling you.
Have you like hot dogs?
Yes.
You should try Lupitas.
Lupitas is good.
What?
I haven't been there on 32nd Street.
Yeah,
Dom, it's in between Bell and
Get you a glizzy over there?
Dude, bro, she's got it's sick too. I don't think she opens till 5. I think it's a side hustle too.
What?
So she doesn't open up until like 5.
nighttime, bro.
It's sick as fuck, dude. Yeah. When I don't know what they're called. Do you have a name for the carts? Because I call them the elote man. Because I love I get the street corn from them. Yeah. What is it? Eloteros? Is that what you call them? Okay.
They're all over the hood, bro.
No. Yeah, I honestly didn't know if there was a name though, because when I was at ASU in Tempe, there was a market down there, El Paisano, and we used to get food from there. But there was a guy, dude. He had the best street corn, dude. He fucking killed it, dude.
Man.
Yeah. And I remember we'd be sitting in the apartment, playing video games in a certain state of mind, and all of a sudden we'd hear the little ding ding, and we're like, oh shit! It was like Pavlov's dog, dude. We'd be out there drooling with our money, like, hey, you got the corn? Yeah, dude. He'd be squirting it with the lime juice and everything. Oh,
yeah, bro. You should know Pedro has his own sauce, bro. Like music, each artist brings its own like sauce to the game and shit.
Wow, for real, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There's
That's
so
cool.
many people who do that shit, bro. Like,
So they bring their own flavor. I didn't know that. Yeah, I haven't explored that.
Yo, I just thought of a good question. This is for both of you. Of all of the Bertos, you know what I'm talking about?
Julio
Which
Bertos,
one-
Philly Bertos.
Hey, which one ranks above them all?
Shit. Oh fuck.
I'll tell you mine, but I want to hear y'all's.
I'm a Poli Bertos guy. Yeah,
What
I think
is
there's
it?
Poli
Okay,
Bertos.
I know mine. Mine's called Los Betos right there.
I know what Los Betos.
Oh,
I know
Los
Los
Betos.
Betos.
Yeah.
I'm Filiberto's guy. Just saying.
You're Philly?
Filiberto's.
Los Betos is good. Los Betos, because I used to,
Betos.
before I lived in 32nd and Greenway, I lived in Old Town, and they got one on North.
Yeah.
What is it? Hayden
In
Or
Indian
what,
school.
Hayden
It's
Indian
near
School.
Indian
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
Night drunk.
They're Autobata.
Game changer. We're probably gonna go there tonight.
Yeah, probably. There's Frederico's. That's Frederico's over there.
Hey, there's
yeah.
a Filiberto's up north though on Cape Creek.
Fucking name.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man, we could talk about food forever.
That's an Arizona thing. People don't get. People do
Food in
not
Arizona
get
is
that.
fire.
Dude,
Dude,
people sleep
it's-
on it, man.
Sleep,
And
bro. Big
so
sleep.
we were talking about it. They're building that big, whatever, microchip factory with the Taiwanese microchip.
yeah.
Can you imagine the food that's going to come into town from that,
Oh,
too?
man.
Dude, I mean, that's what I'm saying. This
Diversity.
city's about to be, I mean, it's going to be like it reminds me of like a Houston, you know, where it's like, it's hot. It's hot. It's got all these people that are from somewhere else. You know, you have like a lot of people from other places in Houston. It's hot, but there's enough industry there that it's just and enough people with enough get up and go. It's like, that's kind of the vibe I get, dude. And we got that kind of dirty, that out the mud music too,
Yeah,
you know?
Bro, because it
Let's
really
go.
is, bro. We're by a border state, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, all you have out here is hustlers, bro.
Everyone here's from somewhere else, dude. I'm from that. Dom's from that, and we
Straight
still
up.
identify with this state in a way that I couldn't explain. And I'm from the Bay Area
Out
too,
here, bro,
originally.
there's
No
so
doubt.
many people trying to. It's just a lot of entrepreneurs out here, bro. It's called La Finiquera for a reason. You feel me? Which is, you know, the Finiquera is known as a place just full of work.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I always told people when I was first moving here, I'm like, if you're in Arizona and you're not working, you just straight up aren't trying.
Yeah,
It's I mean,
For real, dude. Yeah.
Everywhere there's work out here.
everywhere, bro.
There's resorts. There's restaurants. There's bars. That's just the basics. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
literally there's retail. There's tech. There's medical. Anything you want to
We
do,
out here.
man, it's all out here. Like, that's the thing. We have such a huge aging population. The medical
Yeah.
field's blowing up. Like,
Fuck yeah, bro.
it's a good place to live.
It is, bro. Right
You can
now,
buy an air conditioner. You know,
Yeah,
you
true
can buy
that.
an air
True
conditioner.
that.
You buy a 20, people have no problem buying a 20, 30, 40, $50,000 car in most cases. It's like you can finance a $4,000 air conditioning
Yep,
unit
and it's
just
worth
fine.
it.
It'll be brand new, last you 20 years. You'll have a great life here.
No struggle with you.
Man,
He's buying a house at 21. You can buy an
let's
air
go.
conditioner.
Let's go.
No shit.
All
You know
right.
what's crazy about
Go ahead.
America, bro?
Yeah.
That shit, they have a kind of like a thing against like urban lifestyles, gangster shit. But America was founded off gangster shit.
Oh man, are you
In
kidding
every
me?
possible
Absolutely.
facet.
was.
dude.
Seriously, laugh
In
all
every
the
way.
time, bro.
People said Trump was a gangster.
Bro, he is a gangster.
You know, like
He's a gangster, knows how to make his money, bro.
yeah.
What ultimately differentiates and people we look at as founding fathers as gangsters?
Bro,
I mean,
they
they
are
were
gangsters.
they were gangsters. That's what they did.
That's
They
how
just-
you. That's
they
how
just
you
had a
got those
cause.
positions.
Yeah.
you had to be.
Yeah.
you can't be soft rolling up in there.
You weren't head of the PTA and leading the revolution. You know what I'm saying? You had a certain swagger about you. You had a certain mindset. Like yeah.
America's built like off gangsterism, entrepreneurism, and
And people that
just
aren't
risky,
from here.
bro, and people that are not from here, literally, bro. I mean, it's crazy to me to like sometimes see the shit that I see and shit. But I mean, it is what it is, It's like that in every country, bro.
Yep. Gomez, I got one for you. This is a question we ask all of our guests.
Oh yeah.
And it could be any artist, but if you had to go top 5, give us a top 5.
Top 5. Fuck. I always hate this question because I just love everyone's music, bro.
So okay,
But for you-
let me rephrase it then. When you get in your car after you dip out, who you putting on? Who you put on
You
first?
know what's crazy, bro? Like, it always is just how I'm feeling that week or how I'm feeling that day.
Okay.
Like, I have different artists for different feelings and different situations.
Right, but there's always an artist
What
where
feeling
like
do you feel the most?
yeah,
I
like
mean, look, for each year it changes. It's weird. Like 2020, 2019, 2021, I was bumping a fuck ton of J. Cole.
okay.
Like, a lot of J. Cole.
As a constant. That's a constant here.
It's just that fool. He speaks real shit where it's just like, I understand.
Plane just landed.
Yeah,
G-Fo.
Like, I hope one day, that fool fucking makes a song with me and shit, because that would be dope, bro.
We hope to get him on the pod as well.
Yeah,
That's a dream.
What a sign of realness, though. I mean, like, if J. Cole fucks with
like
you.
a J. Cole bilingual song.
Oh,
that'd be
bruh.
fire, bro.
He had the accent in London too,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's
he had the
already.
British accent in London.
No,
Why wouldn't he go the other way? That's crazy. Hey,
true.
that's a crazy
J. Cole
thought.
has
That's
a
dope.
lot of Mexican fans, a lot of Latino
Oh
fans.
yeah,
And you know
dude.
what though? And not Bad Bunny, not nothing like that. Someone like
J. Cole.
like you.
Like
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, I have
Yeah.
a lot of respect for
No,
Bad
I'm not saying that,
Sure.
but I'm not. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean that. But
No,
I'm just saying, like, for you, but like some grimy like that, like something that
Yeah,
gets down there and like just like
yeah.
more
Just
like a
'cause-
little bit more like
Yeah,
that style. You know what I mean?
Just because J. Cole, he speaks a lot of real shit. And
Man,
stuff, like,
everybody respects him.
like, bro, like, literally, he tells you the story of what it is to come up as an artist with nothing, bro. Like,
Mhm.
you're trying to make something of yourself.
Yeah.
Just $1 in your dream, you feel me?
Authentic too,
Man.
authentic.
Literally,
Talking
that's
about
all-
his first time
Yeah,
having sex, dude.
like,
Yeah, that's
How could
crazy.
you get more authentic and personal than that? You know?
Like, he just
That's such a great song.
He speaks a lot of real shit, that resonates with me a lot. just because it's like I thank God, you know, for the level I'm at right now, but it's like when he was feeling like how he was feeling where he's at back then, which is where I'm at right now, in the level of like trying to come up, doing all this other shit, you know, like he had millions of dollars on his mind and shit.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just there's no time to like party. There's no time to fucking do all this shit because you just want to get this done. You feel me?
Yeah, this is it. It's like JJ Watt. JJ Watt literally said his life is so boring because all he does is like sleep, eat based on like his work ethic and his football career. He goes, people would think I live this lavish life or I'm out at clubs. He's like, no. He's like, I'm in here grinding and making sure I sleep and eat right. Like,
that's why he's one of the best. He'll go in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
It's literally a Mamba mentality, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
2-4 on my shirt.
One of the biggest losses to this planet.
Oh,
outside
man.
of
Hey, that
music,
started
not any-
2020.
outside of-
That started 2020.
2020 was 2 years ago already, bro.
I know,
Dude.
dog.
Dude.
2 years ago, bro. That shit still
It's-
feels like it was last year.
It's like, it's funny. There's like, I usually tell people like, where you break people's lives down into chapters, obviously. Every so often, though, there's such a fundamental change. It's an act. I feel like 2020 was a new act altogether. There's
Yep.
going to be a whole. We're in the third chapter there, but
A new world
You're right.
order is coming, bro.
Yeah.
yeah. No, the world changed. We had to go remote. That's going to change the way people work for forever. It just made it made content go through the roof.
Yep.
Content became more important than ever.
Fuck yeah.
It accelerated. I honestly think all it did was accelerate a lot of shit that was already there. It literally just fast tracked our views on politics, anything that we're seeing out there, technology, how we want to receive and get content.
That's
It's
why
crazy.
I trip on it much, though, you know, because
Yeah.
me, like, as a person, like, even though, like, I do want to, like, I make music because of me and I love it and shit, put it out there and shit, like, I don't need music to know I'm successful, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, 'cause I already do so much shit.
Bro, you're the definition of it. I mean, I'm not trying to gas you, bro, but
Yeah,
Thank you, bro.
100%.
You know, I appreciate you, you know, and I'm thankful you see that, you know, because it has costed me a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to even get where I'm at right now.
absolutely it did, bro.
You know, like, and it's just the beginning, you know, and like, I always been a type of person where it's like, you know, like, I'm kind of old school in the sense of like, you know, like, if the internet were to go out or, you know, you can't make money off music no more, what kind of stuff
You make it work.
to the world still, you know?
That sounds like a hereditary thing from your dad, man.
Yeah,
It
bro,
sounds like that comes you literally in your DNA. Like you wouldn't.
Like,
It's just not an option to you. You
know,
look at
you
it
know,
as
I
like
have to
breathing.
have skills, bro, that are like I can rely on.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that why
Yeah.
you made Sigue de Pie? I'm still standing?
Yeah, literally, bro. Because no matter what happens, bro, like, I know I'll be good because I know I have bring value to the world no matter what, bro.
Bro, that song, so listen, like, I don't obviously necessarily understand all the lyrics, but I know dope music and I know real music when I hear it, and just the way that song was, it was a different vibe, it was a little bit more somber, but you can tell that shit meant something to you, bro.
Bro, that song, it was, when I made that shit, it was just, I was going through a period where it was just like, damn, you know, like, all this shit, I'm doing all this shit, and like, I still haven't got like the sunlight from the storm and shit. But no matter what, like, I still gotta keep standing and shit,
Yep.
you know? So, I made that song on the sense of, like, no matter what happens, bro, you're always gonna still stand, you know?
Absolutely, man.
It's just in your DNA, you know? It ain't...
Like, you probably overcome one of the most hardest things any human being can go through by coming here. So it's like, bro, anything that you do, at 10 years old, anything you do from that period on, that's got to be a dub. I mean...
You know, I think of it like that, too, you know, because ain't no motherfucker doing what I do right now at 21 years old, bro. Like, you don't find many people like my age, bro, like climbing trees, fucking doing all this entrepreneurship to make this happen. You know?
Yep.
As I sit here thinking about it, man, it's like everyone's always looking for the shortcut. How do I get to da-da-da in the least amount of time? How do I do this?
Yeah.
The answer they don't want is to go through some shit like you did.
Yeah, you know.
That's the answer you don't want. You want to go 4 days barely getting it by in the fucking desert.
In the desert.
Get dropped back. And then have to do it again.
Yep.
You got your dad hustling multiple times to try and get
Not
you
just
and
that,
multiple
bro,
people like
even with
you
all that
yourself.
hustling my dad's doing, bro, sometimes it won't even be enough, you feel me? Like,
Talk about cojones.
you know, like, that shit, like, you know, me being the oldest one out of my siblings, I feel like a second parent, bro.
Mm-hmm,
You know, like, my little brothers and siblings look at me like as a hero, bro. Like,
Yeah.
already, you know, doing shit, you know. So I can't fuck up, because if I fuck up, bro, like,
It's a reflection.
it's a reflection of what they're like. Damn, like, it's okay to do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, no, you wanna you can't label yourself a big homie if you lead your people to the grave or to the jail, bro.
Yeah, I could obviously not help but notice the Illmatic poster in the background.
Oh yeah.
It was the first thing I thought of when I saw it. I was like, Dom's gonna know this.
Bruh, I'm a huge Nas guy. Illmatic was on my top 10 greatest albums of all time. It was number 2 on my list. So that was at your room that you filmed that.
Fuck no, bro. At
Who's
that
listening?
time, like, I was living in my old hood and shit. On the traders I told you about earlier. And my room, over there, my room was big, bro. Like, my room was probably like half of the size of this room. Small ass room. And I was sharing that shit with my little bro.
Okay.
Wow.
You feel me? So like,
I was split a 1-bedroom with for 3 guys.
Yeah,
I've done that.
Where my beer goes?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah,
Oh, this
my
one's
dad
mine.
took a sip and shit.
Okay.
But anyway, you know, at that time, you know, I was like, George, you know, your room's pretty dope, G. Like, let me film a little scene here and shit. Which is melancholy.
So your little brothers, that was your little brothers?
No.
Oh.
The room where I shot the scene, and that was the homie George, which is
Okay.
Melancholy Boy.
Oh, yeah.
oh.
Shout out him. I've seen him, his little name tagged on your videos.
Yeah, so, when I shot that shit, you know, in his room, I was like, this would be a dope scene, because he has his little home studio set up.
Yeah.
So I was like, shoot a scene in here, you know, just to finish off the video with something clean.
Yeah, it was sick. You walked right up to the mic and went.
Yeah,
it was dope.
It was
Yeah,
dope.
we did that shit, and it came out sick. He's a big Nas fan as well. I am too, bro. Like I said, you know, I have a lot of rappers that I hate putting like my top 5.
I got you.
Because, like,
All good.
It's just like
It's hard to do it.
it's hard to do it for me, just because like, I love everyone's music, bro. It's
Yeah.
like everyone brings something so unique to the game, and it's like, you know, like everyone is equal in a way. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like obviously, I do have like some people that I listen to often more than others, but that's because as the years go by, like they all like switch places in a way, like the artists, you know. Like,
For sure.
one year I'm doing this artist, bumping him a lot, and then the other next year, like I'm bumping this fool a lot now.
Yeah.
Like it switches, bro. You know, as an artist too, you know, you just always listen to new shit. It's kind of hard to like pinpoint what's your favorite, because you listen to something and you're like, damn, that's so fire. Like that's my favorite.
That's your new favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so.
There was a year where Riff Raff was my most played artist on Spotify, I'm pretty sure. So, you know what I mean? We all go through phases, you know, I get it.
Man. Well, so switching up the vibe from Sigue de PA to Faithless.
Oh,
Because you were flexing in that one, bruh. You were flexing. You had the Corvette on the rooftop. You had the cash. Talk to us about it.
Alright, so that music video, it was what, like 2020, 2021 that I dropped?
21.
21,
Yep.
right, huh? So at that point in time, I was working 2 jobs. I was doing the tree climbing shit, and then I was working at a fine dine restaurant called the Dominic Steakhouse.
Oh, I know that.
Know it?
Yeah.
Familiar with
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I was a busboy there, bro. And I would get off work from my tree climbing job, which would be like sometimes 2, 3 p.m., sometimes 4 or 5, and then I would go to the restaurant job like the rest of the evening, and it'd be like 13, 14-hour shifts, like
Damn.
bro,
Long ass days, bruh.
long days, bro. You know, and I would still go home and make music and shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Talk
for
about the
real?
grind.
Yeah, like,
Oh my
just
God.
Like,
We sleep
if
4
even
hours
if
a
I-
night?
Even if I was a little tired, I'd probably write down like 2, 3 lines, 2, 3 bars. Like, all right, that's enough for the day. You know, like,
Man, that's all it takes, though, just to conquer yourself every day.
yeah,
you know what I mean? Just a
even
little
if it's
bit.
just a little, bro.
Dude.
You know, so,
Damn, that's inspiring.
fucking, I did that shit,
Get the
and then
fuck
eventually, you know, I had a homie who was working there with me at Dominic Steakhouse, and bro, like, had a whole ass Corvette. Like, I guess he got financed and shit. Like, he got a co-sign from his dad, and he was working there paying it off now. But he was like, I got a vet, bro. You know, he was like, just put it in a music video.
Let's go.
Dude.
Like, shout out the homie, bro. Shout out the homie Irvin, for real.
You can make some bank at a steakhouse like that, dude. I've seen some waiters, dude, bro. You can make a few hundred a night.
Yeah, waiters.
I ain't making that sitting at my desk some days.
True that, bro.
Like 5 city bills, bro.
Bro,
I believe
500,
it.
600 a night?
In tips, bro.
Dude. That's crazy money.
Yeah,
I mean, that's legit. Like, that's crazy, mom. There's people that get
Bro, but,
paychecks
I
that
mean,
size, dude.
The amount of work they put in, though.
Oh,
makes
yeah,
sense,
I get
bro.
that.
Like,
I get that. 100%
they
earned.
literally know the menu in and out, bro. Like, that shit, I would not be able to memorize a whole ass menu. I mean, I probably would if I could, if I really tried. But fuck that, you know. It's all
Hey, a good waiter
But
will
fuck
have you. A good waiter or waitress will have you spending more money than you plan to. And the thing is they won't do it where they're making you look like a bitch in front of the woman you're with or whatever you're with. If you don't do it, they make it a great experience and you have a good time. Like that's makes
why
a
you
difference,
tip.
and that's why you tip. And it's
tip.
like, I want to do this, and that's where the magic comes in, dude. And that's how you get the 500, 600 bills a night, dude.
Crazy, bro.
It's
like,
crazy.
I have respect for those foods because they would stay longer than you would, you know, just because they have to check out advantages and shit.
Hell yeah.
But, you know, the homie, anyway, back to the story, the homie had a whole ass Corvette. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. We put it in a video and shit. Shout out the homie Lonely Phil's, Gavin, you know, he recorded that video in that year, and, you know, we just went around downtown. We just were whipping that shit.
Yeah, well, it was dope.
It was a whole vibe. That day was a vibe, bro.
Hell yeah.
That was like my first time driving a Corvette too.
Let's go.
It was a cool like little like realization moment for me because I saw myself like, don't trip, bro. Like, just give it a couple years, soon you'll be having one of your own and shit. You feel me? Like,
Dude, there's something about just making it more tangible. It's like your body's ready to receive it when it comes. You know, it's just like, I know what this feeling is like, and I'm gonna attract it to myself.
yeah, exactly,
I get that.
You know?
Yeah.
So like when I was in that shit smoking, whipping it was dope, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a good feeling. That's probably a hard feeling to beat.
Bro,
There's some
yeah,
good feelings on earth, but whipping the vet, smoking out, that's
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit! One thing that I think that would probably beat that feeling. Well, I mean, I think it already did, but just recently, my cousin from Mexico, like one that I kicked it with a lot before I came over here. He just came back and shit from Mexico, and he came over here to visit, like me and my family, along with my uncle and shit, the one that makes music.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen those fools in over 12 years.
Wow,
So
my
when I saw
God,
them,
that's
bro,
crazy.
It was like a crazy feeling, bro. Like,
Man.
I was crying, bro. I was like, what the
You are, I could imagine.
I get it.
Bro, like my cousin's like grown up, you know. I knew this kid, like this fool, like kids, you know, 10 years old and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember him like from back then, you know. Obviously, I would keep in touch, but you know, seeing each other person.
No, it's different. It's a totally different feeling. Yeah, totally different.
Like, after 12 years, you know, we finally hugged it out, bro. And,
Man.
I was crying, bro. Like, it was hard to speak just because it was just like, damn, like he's here in front of me right now, you know. It was a gnarly ass experience. So I feel like that did beat the Corvette feeling. But,
That's it. That's real.
You know, it was Corvette feeling was pretty dope to beat.
Now he's like, man, he's coming on a podcast tonight. He's doing it big.
Shit, this podcast is a blessing to me right now, bro. Just cause
Thank you, bro.
You're a blessing to us, though. Thanks for coming
Thank
on,
you,
man.
bro.
it's dope to me, bro. You know, like I never done something like this.
Yeah.
I've been working. I'm like, one day, you know, I'll get an opportunity to be on the podcast and shit.
Well, listen, man. Like I said,
we're honored, dude.
we saw
Honored.
you. We saw you at the first show. Saw you at the second show. We saw you at the third show, bro. Like
no brainer.
We rep. I mean, we you know put on for our AZ artists. I also want to ask you too, man. Let's talk about them. We mentioned Mavericks earlier, but they're calling it the Collective. Okay, for those of you who don't know who the Collective is, Gomez, talk to him.
Shit, well, the Collective is, you know, literally, I guess, I don't know how it started. I mean, I guess I started it in a way, like somehow, you know. Basically, I wanted to put a show together. I'm like, all right, but, you know, in order to make this show work, I have to include artists, you know, that are willing to fucking invest themselves and not be afraid to put down for a venue. You know, like, my homies, like, the ones I kick with a lot and shit. Some of them make music, but they don't take it as serious, you know. Like, I only got, like, one or two that do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and other than that, everyone's just hustling, doing their own thing and shit, you know. And for that reason, you know, that's why I can't really depend on them in the sense of, like, you know, like, all right, you know, like, with you guys, I can do this shit, you know.
Yep.
So I honestly, you know, I went out and I looked for people, you know. I put on my story, you know, I'm putting together this show at this venue. Cost this much to perform. If you're an artist, come tap in, you know, and then that's how everyone else tapped in, bro.
Nice.
You know, and little by little, you know, obviously, you know, the more people you get in on it, the more exposure you get. So obviously, you know, it's literally how Maverick said, for the artist, by artist.
Love it.
By artist, for the artist.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so cool.
You know, because I feel like, you know, a lot of days, nowadays especially, you know, a lot of artists seek validation, you know, from in the sense of, like, you know, getting likes, sense of, like, getting, you know, like, doing numbers, you know, especially as a local artist, you know, because you put in a lot of work, and then if you don't get this certain amount of
Local
likes or
independent
some shit,
artists,
you know,
not just
like,
local
not-
independent.
Independent
you know.
artists, yep.
You're putting all this work in, and sometimes it feels like you're not
And
being
money.
noticed at all.
And time
You
and
know,
effort.
just because like a lot of likes you get and gaming you get and shit. But it's all part of the game in a way. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, you can't appreciate something until like you have it.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to know what it's like to just be like, oh shit, you know, like,
Yeah.
this is what it's like to not be noticed, you know. And I even now, you feel me, like I don't even consider myself like as full blown up yet, but I'm getting there.
So talk to us about who's part of the collective.
Shit, well, right now it's just me, Vabrix, the homie Mikey, Carrera Phoenix, you know.
Shout out Carrera.
Shout out Carrera.
We've been trying to get him on. It's gonna happen, bro.
We'll get him on.
I know
We'll
he's
get
got
him
a story.
That fool got a crazy ass story too, bro.
Yeah.
It's dope as fuck.
Who else?
Who else, bro? Fuck.
Joey 602.
602.
That's
Shout
our
out
boy,
Joey.
Joey 602. Hell
He
yeah.
killed it at the last show as
Killed
well.
it at the last show.
He
You
and he
guys
just
both
did that. He just did that show for Corrupt,
Oh yeah, he did.
where he just opened up for Corrupt too,
Yeah,
man.
you know, shout out to homie. You know, that fool's real guy. You know, good person, good guy. Always putting on, you know, for the last and shit. You know.
Just a real dude. Yeah,
just
real human
dude,
being.
You know,
Yeah,
I
super
have
cool.
So many people, bro, that I can name and shit. You know, the homie Christian.
Yep.
You know, it's just I have so many people that are part of it now that it's kind of hard to like pinpoint names sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we're all a family. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, we're all chasing the same thing, and there's enough cake for everybody to eat, bro.
Yep.
You know, like ain't no way that something can go in vain. You know.
Yep.
Like I don't know. It's just life's crazy.
Hey, before we move on from the videos, we got one more we got to talk about. Crucial. Again and again.
Again,
Jared talked
Dude,
about this
dude.
earlier.
I'm watching that. I see what you got on Spotify. I read your bio before. That was all like I got to know as I put the puzzle pieces together. This is a story about you in this video, yeah?
Yeah, bro. It's literally, you know, when I talked about earlier about what I went through, jumping the board and shit, that song was like my way of putting it, like, I went to the world, like, this is what I went through, you know, to get to where I'm at. You know, at least for my English-speaking audience, you know, like, people, you know, who do like my music and the way I rap in English, like, that was my way of, like, this is me, bro, you know, this is why I'm here, this is what I do, this is the reason why I do what I do, you know?
Yeah.
And in that video, you know, that little kid you see in there, that's my little brother, bro.
Oh, okay.
No way. No
Wow.
way. For real.
Man.
Oh,
That's
man.
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's exactly what we're trying to bring to people right here. No, you would never know that otherwise. That's crazy.
Like, that's my
Okay.
little brother, you know, and at that age, he was 10 years old. You know,
Same
shit.
age.
No shit.
Hey, the
Dude, the
numbers.
symmetry in
the
your
numbers.
life is crazy.
Yeah.
You're meant to make it. You're a slam dunk to make it, dude. The symmetry is
No
crazy.
doubt.
yeah, and you know, anywho, like, he was 10 years old, and I'm like, fuck it, you know, like, I made that song, and at that time, you know, I was still working 2 jobs still. So when I was going through shit, like, I was just fucking going through shit, like, just thinking ways of to, like, make it and shit, you know? And, you know, as a Hispanic, like, family, you know, Mexican family, Latino family, they always have a certain expectation of you, like, you know, to be fully, like, fucking whole ass career ready, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Move out, like,
Yeah.
you know, like 20 years old, like, you have 2 kids already.
Ready to
Typical.
roll.
Yeah, you know, like,
typical.
it's because that's normal out there. My cousins out there in Mexico, they're already parents, bro, and they're barely my age.
Man, that's
My
crazy.
cousin just had twins, bro.
Listen,
He's 21 years old, bro.
I got a 2-year-old at 31, and even that, I'm like, I could have waited a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, like, imagine at this age, bro. You know, so it's normal out there, and so sometimes Mexican families or Latino families, they kind of they put a pressure on you where it's like, you know, like, okay, if you're gonna go to school, you gotta have this type of job, and you gotta make sure it pays you good. You start doing that, and you gotta make a family and all this other shit, you know. But everyone's situation is different.
It's
you
not
know?
that simple.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
You know, like, my situation, at least, you know, I wanted to get a crib for my parents first, so that's why I hold it off on kids, and they understand that.
mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why they don't trip about me, like, not having.
I would
a
hope
whole
not
ass-
if they're living under that roof,
yeah,
dude.
You know, whole ass family, you know, and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, other than that, you know, it's just vibing, you know, and going with it, you know, just.
Man.
But that video, man, that video was powerful. And you actually touched on something else I wanted to talk about. You said you made this one for your English-speaking audience. It's crazy, though. It's a testament to you and music how much I, as someone that doesn't speak the language, can come away with knowing that what the title of the song is, like looking up the translation and then hearing your emotion and seeing the video, I mean, there's a certain level that I'll never be able to grasp there, not being a native speaker or anything like that. But how much I could take away, I feel like it's kind of that 80-20 rule. It's like I can still take away 80% of the enjoyment of like the emotion, the feeling. Oh, I know what that song's about. I see what you're doing. Everything, it all comes together. It's like you can still enjoy it 1,000%.
It's a whole movie, bro. You know, no matter what, like. Whenever you see movies in different languages and shit, you still like
perfect point.
Hey,
Perfect
I'll put the
point,
subtitles
dude.
on. I'm
Perfect
still
point,
watching.
dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
Still watching. A good movie's a good movie.
Exactly.
You know, that's what I've always tried to be authentic with myself and shit. You know, like and the world too. You know, just to let them know, like, you know, this is the reason why I do what I do. You know, it's not just for some fuck shit.
Yeah. Not just for fun. Yeah.
You know, like I'm out here on a mission, bro. Like. I sacrificed, you know, family. I put literally blood, sweat, and tears into it. Still doing it, you feel me? And that shit's gonna get me somewhere, you know. It has to, bro. You know?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Other than that, you know, that music, that when I made that song, it was a crazy time, you know. I was going through shit, you know, and when I made it, you know, I was like, fuck it, this is literally my life right now. And each song that I make, you know, is just a representation of the phase of the life I'm living right now. You know?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And, you know, it's just, I try to make it as organic as possible, you know, because there's millions of kids out there who have it worse than me, bro.
Yep.
You know, and I just want
to
be a fucking symbol, like, look, bro, like, it doesn't matter, you know, like, if you just put your hard work into it, like, you can do it, you know, like, you don't have to be the best singer, bro, like, you just have to be yourself, be authentic, bro, like.
There's a lot of artists like that,
go
dude.
ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, there's a lot of artists like that, dude, that's like, you don't have to be a Justin Bieber level artist to make it. Like, you look at people like, you know, our hood here is like Nipsey, Dom Kennedy, people from like guys like that. You know, we were talking about Big Crit. Kind of those underappreciated guys. Like, yeah, they're underappreciated in the grand scheme of the entire world looking at their music, but come on, man, they're still heroes, you know?
100%.
And that's a big deal. That's a big, it's nothing to put your nose down. That,
you know, like, like everyone, you know, has their own part, you know, everyone has a purpose on this earth, bro. You know, ain't no way that, you know, you go through what you go through for no reason, bro. You know, some people, it takes them longer to find it, bro, but then the day you still end up finding it, you know, and if you don't, it's because you were always ignorant, you know, and you're not authentic to yourself, bro.
Damn. So that's what I was just about to say, because he just said again, we're titling this episode Being Authentic. It's been the theme of this episode. Y'all heard it from the boy himself. This is Gomez Goes. Gomez, this has been dope, bro. Talk to us. Let's end on a good note, bro. What do you got coming up? Where can the people find you, and what's next, bro?
Shit, for sure. So, you know, what I got coming up is obviously new music videos. I got new songs coming up. I got
Let's go.
Like 4 songs recorded. I got
That's it?
more that I need to record. Fucking,
Gotta get that vault growing, dude. People hungry.
Yeah, you know, obviously, you know, dropping new. There's a new concert going on the 27th.
I heard about that.
You know, with the homie Vaverick.
We're gonna try to make that.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to make that.
We're organizing that, you know, so we're gonna go do that on the 27th, and then on September 2nd, I have another show with J Rocks, which is an artist signed to MC Magic.
Wow.
When's that?
On September 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right
Damn,
now,
I'll be out of town for that one.
Yeah.
I'll be out of town. But hey, any other shows you got coming up, man? We try to represent.
You know, and I got that one coming up, you know, and I got a bunch of moves, bro. Like,
dope.
New merch dropping as well.
Let's go.
A couple weeks and shit to design some designs and shit.
Where can the people find you?
They can find me on Instagram, you know, on YouTube, any streaming platform. My name's
They've obviously found him on YouTube based on the numbers.
Yeah, we saw that.
So just search me up, especially on Instagram. I follow all my people back. You know, that's a very big thing for me. You know, you fuck with me, I fuck with you, you know.
Hey, man. This has been an honor, Gomez. We've been wanting to get him on. This has been a blessing. And, Being Authentic, episode 19. It's official.
This is Gomez Goes Out, you know, with the Rage Podcast. Super blessed to be here, you know, the next fucking big thing out here.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Man, hell yeah.
My guy.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate it.